Welcome, everybody, to SBR Sports Picks. I am Mike Brenner, and today we're back with the PuckHeads. That's right. Unfortunately for me, I'm next to Scott Carter in the theater. Dana Lane, I'd much rather be sitting next to him out in Vegas. Nothing personal. It's just I feel personal. A little Vegas. No, I feel a little Vegas in my veins right now because of what's going on this weekend.
How much money you're winning and all of your other bets.
No, it's not about all that. All right, don't you start with me. It's too early. Hey, guys, with that being said, Dana, first and foremost, you went 1-0 on the show last time. Scott Carter was 1-1, so good job, guys. What are your thoughts today, and is there any games sticking their heads out that might be that edge that our viewers need to cash that NHL ticket?
Well, I will say, Mike, it's probably 1.5 for me, and definitely the first game that's a definite go as far as keeping track of our records is the Dallas Stars Winnipeg minus $1.16 over the Dallas Stars. And I know that Dallas just came off a victory against Winnipeg last Tuesday, but this is a team that to me is completely inconsistent. So with inconsistent teams, we expect an inconsistent effort, and certainly looking for Winnipeg tonight. I think with Winnipeg getting the last change, I think that they will definitely be looking at players like Jordy Ben, who's been on the ice way too much. Here's a veteran defenseman that shouldn't get 25 minutes a game. He should be more in that 19 to 20 range, and I think that Winnipeg's going to take advantage of that. And, Dallas comes in this game banged up. We still don't know if Jason Spezza is going to play. Alex Hemsky's certainly not going to play. Patrick Sharp and Yuri Hudler are not going to play. So I like where Winnipeg is right now. I love that the public is pushing this in the right direction, and minus $1.16 sits right with me.
Wow, breaking it down with Dana Lane.
Good analysis, and that was a great game in Dallas.
God, he sounded like Pistol Pete there. That was beautiful.
An awesome game. That was so fun on Tuesday night, that game. That was back and forth.
Yeah.
A lot of stars were gone, but it was just total fun hockey to watch.
Yeah, and
I like that pick. That's a good pick.
Yeah, I love hockey as a fan. Okay, I like that. All right, so Winnipeg minus 116 on the money line. All right, Scott Carter, hit us with one, my man.
Well, I'm going to go with the game of the night. It's going to be Tampa Bay in
Montreal,
in
right?
Montreal. Habs and Lightning, battle for first place. Only team that hasn't lost in regulation, the Habs. Yeah, they played last night, but they won. Gallagher played awesome. Price wasn't in net. Montoya was playing again.
Okay.
I know. Stamkos came up with a great game. I picked that game right on Tuesday.
Matter of fact, good call on him, too. Yeah. I wanted to send props your way with Stamkos.
Even on my Twitter, I even predicted that he would get 2 goals and or 3
signed
goals.
a contract, too. Extended contract, and then goes out and produces. I love that.
Back. So I think there's going to be a little bit of emotional letdown. Carey Price is back in net, even though they played last night. It's 121, 120 at home. I got him at 120, so it's only another point. But I think it's going to be a Montreal win tonight.
Wow,
that's my pick.
What's the best shop line for that for our viewers?
I got 120. 120. It's 121 before we left 5 minutes ago.
Fantastic. So 121.
Any thoughts on that game, Dana?
Yeah, I'm kind of with you on that.
You don't sound like you're kind of with him on that, Dana. It sounds like that car had a flat tire.
To me, look, I love where this Montreal Canadian team is right now. I still don't love them on the power play. We were talking to Scott Burnside yesterday from ESPN, and I said to Scott, you have Montreal as your number one team. And I said, but the one thing for me is I just don't love their power play. And sometimes when, we go on in the season, that power play is the one thing that kind of gets up to bite you. And I need to see more from that unit before I put
the power play. They did really good.
Yeah, okay. They did good last night, so let's be consistent.
Yeah, and again, it's early in the year, so all the teams are trying to find that button of consistency. But I know one thing, as just a fan, all right, last year I watched Montreal's beginning of the year, and they're very, very encouraged with what's going on right now. And that home
10-0
crowd.
last year, they started off.
I know, exactly. And what I'm saying is there's a consistency pattern with them in the beginning of the year. Maybe this is something they'll just piggyback off, but that home crowd has absolutely got to love it, you'd think Kenny Dryden was back in the nets, for crying out loud.
Well, almost. Carey Price is back in the net, and for once this year, Al Montoya provides a much better backup than Mike Condon did for them. So Absolutely. I do love their 1-2 punch and goal for sure. And I do also like Radulov and Shea Weber on the point on the power play. I think it will get better, but at this point right now, I just can't put them number one on my power list.
Wow. I enjoyed the breakdown with these guys, for real. You guys are to hockey what Pistol Pete is to college football totals, and I love that. And it's all about discipline, and it's all about bankroll management. All right, with that being said, Dana, hit us with another one, or is that the only play you got tonight? Winnipeg.
Yeah, that's the only official play that I have, and it's going to be for one unit for record-keeping purposes. But there's one on the outside that I'm looking at. St. Louis at minus $1.50 against Detroit, which is right on the edge of where we want it to be. And I'm going to personally kind of lay off of this, but if you need another play, let's get that down. You got to have shop for your lines as usual. Get it down around 150, maybe even $1.45. And to me, this is a Red Wings team that's won 5 straight games. Neil Yakupov for St. Louis has been kind of a shot in the arm for St. Louis.
Oh, Dana, not to interrupt you, but if that same St. Louis team shows up that they did the other night on their home ice, this is going to be a walk in the park. That team looked pathetic. I really think that you and I, Scott Carter and Dennis, could go out there and score a goal on this team.
Yeah, no, I understand. I understand where you're coming from, but this line is telling me after a Red Wings team that won 5 straight, this is saying that St. Louis is a side, and the books are telling you, please take the Red Wings, and I don't think that's the side tonight.
Okay, I'm going to watch that because, again, I'm learning with this, and I love the fact that I'm teachable in any source, and I appreciate that breakdown.
That's interesting. I like that one, too.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, and also, viewers, at DanaLaneSports.com, that's Dana's website, all right? You can catch some really good picks there as well, and also on Twitter, at Dana Lane Sports. Scotty, do you have another pick?
I got one more quick one before we go, and I'll also put some more.
Now, before you go, I'm staying. You're going, trust me.
At Canuck Carter on my Twitter, you'll see a couple more tonight. I'll do definitely before the game, so we'll look out for that. I have one more. It's going to be a little bit of a long shot, but I like to take some plus money.
Okay.
Taking Nashville. I know they got drubbed last night 6-1 against the Ducks. But they're going to come out tonight. They're going to go into L.A. and they're going to be really embarrassed from what happened last night.
Yeah, and L.A. is not really consistent
right now.
They have
no goaltending still there. I think they're going to.
Well, what's the best shop line getting that plus money?
I got a plus 120.
Okay,
the
value.
Predators plus 120, and they're going to go in there and beat those Kings.
I like that. Any thoughts on that, Dana?
I mean, if it would be.
There you go. You're stuttering again.
Well, it would be Nashville or nothing for me, Mike. I
love it. I love it. That was beautiful.
But I'm not going with Nashville, but I can say it would be Nashville or nothing for some of the reasons that he mentioned as well. Again, inconsistency for LA, and I'm certainly not going to put my money on a Kings game, Kings team that I don't know which team I'm going to get and have to lay $1.41 with that.
I respect that.
And last time Dana called it, I don't know if it was on the show or we were talking off air, but last time they played the night before.
Yeah.
And the next day, even though they had the flu, Dana picked him and said Nashville's going to go in there and they're going to win.
They got it done.
And they did it.
But you know what, guys? You know what I'm waiting for, and I think the viewers are waiting for also? I can't wait till you two are going head-to-head, all right, with one game and you're both on an opposite team. I want to see some fireworks. I want to see some gloves dropped and some damn sticks thrown around.
Yeah, we'll have to do that for sure.
Well, just tell me your games and I'll come on and.
Here we go. I love it. I love it. Matter of fact, let's find one for the next time for our viewers. All right, viewers, you heard it. All right, Dana Lane is all over tonight. Winnipeg minus 116 on the money line. And again, it's at Dana Lane Sports and his website at DanaLaneSports.com. Scott Carter is going to ride with Montreal minus 121 on the money line against Tampa. And also Nashville getting that plus money against those LA Kings, taking $1.20 from the bookie. All right, with that being said, Scott, Dana, thank you so much. Let's keep building this show. I love the direction it's going. I love the angle and the edge that you're giving our viewers. And I just can't wait to get back in. We'll do it again. In the meantime, beat that bookie and beat them hard.
Go to SBRodds.com. Browse, compare, and shop live odds available at top online sportsbooks.